TCG Pocket has released info, or rather a promotional video for the next set in the series for their game. Check this out. Wow. I think that looks amazing. A lot of theories already going around about whether these new Pokemon will apply to the Mew missions, or whether they will show up on Wonder Pick, whether we can do God Pack methods with them. Are they just an expansion of the current set Genetic Apex, or is it a completely different set? There was a lot of rumors going around that this is just an extension of our current set. You can actually see some of the card arts and also mechanics of certain cards in this video. And there's a lot to break down here. It is coming Tuesday, December 17th, which is in about 4 days time. Let's take a look at some details from this video. This set is called the A1a, which is a little different to Genetic Apex, which is called A1, but still very similar. So is this just an extension of our current set? So would we be able to use pack points on them, or are they related in any way? That I'm not sure. I can't make out the text in this image, but we'll see if we can find anything out from the rest of the video. We can see what Mew EX does. It does 20 damage, or with 3 colorless energy, you can select one of your opponent's attacks and use it. So it's a little different to Ditto, because Ditto requires the correct energy. Mew doesn't seem to need the correct energy. This can be used in any deck because of the colorless energy. Of course, even better if it's in a psychic deck, so you can output that 20 damage early on. This one is a 4 diamond card. I'm not sure if there will be an immersive. I really hope there will be, but then that would make 2 immersive Mews if we include the secret mission of the first set, Genetic Apex. Aerodactyl's interesting. Aerodactyl's always be interesting in this game. It can really make or break the game. The ability prevents your opponent from evolving their active Pokemon. Now to me, I normally evolve my Pokemon in the bench because usually early on they're not very powerful, so I usually have something else in the active slot while I evolve my benched Pokemon. So I'm not sure how much use we're going to see of this. I'm excited that Leaf is joining the game, and you'll see that Blue is also joining the game in a moment. What Leaf does, it looks like you can reduce your retreat costs by 2. But of course, being a supporter card, you can only use 1 leaf per turn, whereas X speed, you can use 2 of them in 1 turn. And here is Blue. You take 10 less damage from any attack from your opponent for the next turn. This is like the reverse of Giovanni, who sometimes actually will guarantee you the win if you're just off by 10 damage. Blue, on the other hand, might save you an extra turn by avoiding certain death. Tauros is weird. It does 80 more damage if your opponent is an active EX Pokemon, but it requires 3 energy. Otherwise, it will only do 40. So I think there's plenty of time to counterplay Tauros. But if you're up against a Pika EX and Zapdos EX deck, hey, Tauros might make sense. For 3 energy, it's just constantly outputting 120 damage. Vaporeon looks amazing. It allows you to move your energy around to your active Pokemon. How much use will that be? I'm not sure if there's any massive relevance of Vaporeon unless it's combined with something else that can give you energy but only on your benched Pokemon. Or maybe you flipped one too many heads with your Misty and you need to give that energy to your active Pokemon. Marshadow is a weird one. It relies on the fact that you've been knocked out in the previous turn in order to output 100 damage for 2 energies. Otherwise, it only does 40. I'm not sure that's a very strong addition to the game when you rely on your opponent to control the game first to make the right move for you to output that damage. If you're relying on Marshadow to be your winning card, your opponent will have a chance to counterplay that by not knocking out your Pokemon and try to counterplay Marshadow instead, giving your opponent the control of the game. Let me know what you guys think of this new set. I personally think it looks amazing. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.